Hey, y'all, what's going on? It's your girl, Pretty Sexy Driver the Brand, aka Stoner Assassin. And of course, y'all know I'm coming to y'all live with another review of Basketball Wives Season 11. But of course, we have to get into the themes of this past Monday's episode, beginning with Brooke and Brandy Maxfield meeting up. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I had to change scenery, and of course, my ring light went out. But back to what I was saying earlier about the scene with Brooke and Brandy. They met up to sit down and catch up and chat since it had been a minute. And Brandy made the joke, "Oh, girl, I got that same outfit in my car." And Brooke said, "Girl, you might want to take it out because you already see." And you know, they laugh, they giggle, they kiki, and they started talking about Brooke celebrating her daughter and her birthday coming up and what she was planning on doing in memory of it, as well as discussing about her other two children and her youngest son. And they're just like sitting down, like I said, they're just catching up, they're just talking. And then Brandy brings up about her cooking party that she's having for her and all of the ladies. And Brooke asked her, "So who all coming?" And Brandy's like, Brandy was pretty much like, who's ever invited? Pretty much she just left the invitation up in the air. Also, Brandy's Max's book is called Max's Kitchen, which is the title of her book. But y'all, I also want to give big shouts out to Miss Brandy Maxfield. Like y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is her season of Basketball Wives. She is the breakout star for season 11. Her interview looks are so good. Like y'all, I'm a stitch one of her interview looks in here. Like head to toe, hair done to the nine, makeup done to the nine. It's just giving very much so. I'm in a happy place, happy space. So then, y'all, we move on to our next scene, and it is Jennifer and her fiance going to pick out wedding invitations, and of course they have to get top tier exclusive wedding invitations. And the store that they went to, it looks like they make a variety of different invitations. And actually, the lady that they met with showed them a bridal invitation from Italy, which they had already decorated and made previously for an international wedding. And Jennifer has this to-do list with her invitations, her marriage license, and her invites that she has sent out, which is very, very important. I think, and it's good to see on television, especially when there is a bride or future bride getting ready to make preparation. I think it's good for a lot of other women to see, like, y'all, this is a lot. And then also too, about her fiance being very engaged and involved, probably really takes away a lot of the stress from the wedding planning and discussions and having discussions, like when they are here getting the cards made and telling how they want their cards designed exclusively. The lady asks them how many guests. Now Jennifer fiance said 75. Jennifer said 100, and it was so funny but cute because they both looked at each other, and he was like, "Hey, 100." It was very cute, and like you could tell he really cares for Jennifer, and that Jennifer really cares about him, which I think is very important for people to see. Like the love that they're sharing and letting the world be a part of is very important, and it just goes to show that you can find the right person at the right time for you. But he did bring up a very good question. He was like, "Babe, why can't we have like a small, I don't think he was trying to say, it's like he was saying like a smaller size wedding, like a more intimate wedding, because he made this point that, well, if you invite a single person and they bring their plus one and it's not someone who they're really serious about and they just sleeping with them, and you know they're having a union coming together, do you really want those type of spirits there? And how he wants them to just be in a union with people, and he wants her to kind of like look at it differently. And I never even looked at it like that, and I think maybe him saying that maybe did open up her having a different outlook. But you guys, I also want to clarify something really quick in the video before we even move forward. Last week I said Brooke was a Sagittarius. Actually, I was wrong. She is a Cancer. She just celebrated her birthday this past Friday. So y'all, she is not a Sagittarius. She is a Cancer. She just gives off very much, to me, a lot of big Sag energy. So then, as we move to our next scene after Jennifer and her fiance, we meet up with Evelyn and Brooke, and they are meeting at the dog park, which is cute, because there are like a lot of dogs running around, and it's just like a it looks like a very relaxing day out. And of course, they're catching up and talking and having, you know, girl chat. And Brooke asks Evelyn, did she get an invitation from Brandy? And Evelyn said, yeah, you know, Brandy reached out to her and they had a phone conversation. And Evelyn said she asked her like who all was coming, and she's like, Brandy didn't really answer her question. She said, and she was like, she felt it was very like shaky. And Brooke was like, well, you know, I don't think she would invite Jake, because you know Jackie my eye, not my words, these what was stated in the church. She was like, Jackie my eye, and she's like, Brandy been in the trenches with her, so she know Brandy wouldn't do anything like that, like far as inviting Jackie to the dinner. And as conversations keep going, Evelyn opens up and she tells Brooke that she has found out a little information about Miss Christie, but she's not ready to share just yet. And then Brooke tells Miss Evelyn that she may possibly be a glamour, and she's asking her if she could like do some private eye detective looking into for her, investigating for her to see if she can get any information. And Evelyn is ecstatic, and she said yes, she would like to do that, and you know, just keep the information she has about Miss Christie right now in her back pocket, and she just wants to kind of like focus on helping Brooke, which, as though I stated before, kind of shows the depth of their friendship, like how they really care for one another and how they are very deeply bonded as friends, and how this friendship has grown throughout the last couple of seasons over here on Basketball Wives. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, like it's a interesting dynamic, I'll say, because Brandy is like the piece trying to keep everyone together in the puzzle, and a lot of the other pieces are just moving around, and right now we don't know what the puzzle is going to turn out looking like. But hopefully, you know, things get better and the ladies can find a mutual place, common ground, and hopefully the dinner gives them what they're looking for, or some door of openness. So yes, Okay, after Brooke and Evelyn scene, we now go to a little moment between Jennifer and her fiance again, and they're at their rumba class, and which is a dance they were learning for their wedding. And of course, you know, they have a moment where they call Jennifer's fiance's mom and have an open discussion about the invitations. And pretty much his mother sided with Jennifer, and he ended up siding with Jennifer because guess what? We gonna listen to your mom and your wife. Those are the two people that you're gonna listen to. So we then go from there to sing Finally My Baby Mississippi Jocel on the scene, and she is at Evelyn's house and she is detangling her son's hair using her products, and it's very cute because Jocel said, I don't think Evelyn and Leo have combed his hair since kindergarten, which was cute because she was just basically saying like she was, you know, detangling and trying to, you know, make it fun. And I get that. And then she asked him, "Are you mad with me?" He was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not mad with you." And he hugged Evelyn. He was like, "Thank you, mommy." And he was just showing her he was appreciative of it. And I think that really was a very heartwarming moment. And then we jump to a very well, I'm not gonna say it's an emotional scene, but I'm gonna say it's a very sentimental scene. We jump to Brooke having her daughter's celebration tattoo party in honor of her daughter Kayla, and her mom's there, her son, her brother. She's pretty much surrounded by and with family on this day of celebrating her and remembering her daughter. And I think this is like really, really sweet. And like I said before, it shows you like a very emotional and sensitive side of Brooke that you don't get to see, or you have never seen. It kind of shows you like where her heart is. But also too, then her son was out and say, "So mom, what about my niece?" And she was looking like, "Wait, son, I haven't really looked into that," but she did have an open discussion with her family, and she did tell them that she may possibly be a grandma, and how, you know, she wants to, like right now while Evelyn is, you know, investigating, I get her hopes up, but you know, she's gonna believe in the possibility that this may be possibly her granddaughter. But her brother and everybody in her family was excited, and they was like, yes, get that baby, bring that baby into the family. And that was something that was very, I think, important to see, to show that they all ride or die. And it's just something that you don't see a lot on television nowadays. So to see that, like I said, it was just really sharing and very heartfelt. And then they start getting their tattoos, and it's like you can tell everybody in the scene as they're celebrating her daughter's birthday that they're trying to not get too emotional, not to let their emotions overwhelm them. I think everyone's just trying to be strong. And then Brooke starts to cry as they do their balloon release. And y'all, like, I don't know what it's like to lose a child because I don't have any kids. And it's like to see her as a mom be so strong. It opens up your heart, it opens up your eyes, it just lets you know that every day of life is always worth the cherish. And they released purple balloons. She got her tattoo in purple. She wore purple because purple was her daughter Kayla's favorite color. And also in this video, we're gonna take a moment of silence for Kayla in honor of her celebration. Okay. So, y'all, we end that scene and then we go to Miss Brandy Maxwell in the cooking store getting the items for the cooking party. Like I said, while Miss Brandy Maxwell is walking around in the store, Jackie sends her a voice note letting her know that she will be in attendance to the party and that she is bringing her friend that was at the Ponderosa that we will also see later in this episode of Basketball Wives. And you know, Brandy says the reason why she did not tell the ladies is because she feels like because Jackie owned up to some of the things that she was wrong about and that she was willing to have a conversation with Brooke, she just thought them all cooking together would build that moment of just joy and fun and like laughter and kind of could break the ice, which I think is very true. And she was just making a bunch of jokes about how could nobody cook, and you know, hopefully that they all have a good time. Okay, so now we enter into the scene where Miss Evelyn Lozada is meeting up with Miss Jackie Christie's friend Cheyenne that was at the Sisterhood dinner, aka the Ponderosa of episode 1, where all the ladies were meeting up to like talk and kind of get some of their issues out. And Miss Evelyn was like she just wants to get to know Miss Chevy outside of Miss Jackie Christie to see how well she knows her as she brings up about to see if she knows about Miss Jackie Christie's past of being a lady of the night, and just really trying to get to know her in a one-on-one setting, you know, without everyone being around. And she said that she feels like she knows Cheyenne better than she knows Jackie Christie, which is interesting. And she says, and then she also asks Cheyenne, like, how well does she know Jackie? How far back does their relationship go? And Miss Cheyenne kept it very light. And I'm gonna tell y'all something I respect about Miss Cheyenne. Now, Miss Cheyenne keeping it a G. She keeping it a book. She knows she's not going in. She's not giving out too much information. You know, like I said, she's sharing about herself. She said she's been engaged 4 times, honey. Bad. Do you hear me? Very bad. Okay. And also, I didn't know Miss Evelyn has also been engaged 4 times with Albert. And, you know, they share that in common. And Miss Chevy said she liked the young boys. She got a high libido in her sex drive. I was like, yes, real. Like, she's being very filtered in a way that gets what you're still getting to know her in a way that is not oversharing, but sharing to let you know I'm relatable. I'm a human just like you're a human. We all have fun. We all do our thing. And, you know, Miss Evelyn's taking a very quick liking to Miss Cheyenne. And I don't know. We have to just watch and see what's going to happen as things play out. But like I said, Miss Cheyenne, she came in, she kept it 100. She wrote for her friend, Miss Jackie Christie. She did what she was supposed to do. And that can appreciate. And then we're gonna get into Jennifer and her fiance as they prepare for marriage counseling. And I think that is great and very dope because you don't never see a lot of couples get marriage counseling before they get married. They always kind of go like after the fact. So the fact that they are having this moment and sharing these moments with us, like I said, they're actually educating people a new way to have an outlook on love. And I think that is very important and key. And when they were sitting up here having the discussion with their marriage counselors, Pastor Chevy and the other pastor, they were just being very honest, very open, and they were asking did they feel like they were in a place where they both could be vulnerable with each other. And Jennifer's fiance said that he's very open and very vulnerable with Jennifer, and that he feels as though sometimes, Jennifer is not as vulnerable with him, and they have a very open discussion about why they may be and how they can work on it to change things, to better things as a couple. And I think that is a key factor in a relationship, because it shows that they're both willing to communicate and they're both willing to put forth the effort to fight for the love that they are building. Now Jennifer did trip me. She was like, she was fabulous because it was not fabulous. She was just like shocked that he was like, I didn't know he felt like, I wasn't open with him. She's like, but sometimes he's also, he don't let me know when he's having a bad day and when things are wrong. And see, that's what I mean. They're both having a very mutual understanding of being open in front of one another by figuring out a way that they both can share things amongst each other as a couple. And I think that is very, once again, important. And it shows that they're really there for their love, and that they really want this marriage to work and to be a whole union and not a half a union. Okay, y'all, now we're entering into the scene of Evelyn's home, and she's meeting with the private eye investigator to compare notes about the information that she found about Miss Christie, and to make sure that her information, and once again that the information that she received from the detective is in alignment, and making sure that she has the right person. And Jackie did serve a little time in jail. And once again, like I was saying last week, like, everybody has a past, and of course everybody doesn't want to talk about their past, because we all as humans have been in situations in our lives, or been around or with people in our lives that have caused some bad things to go on. And I think questioning, people's character, I mean, I don't feel like we should be judging people or asking people questions about people's character, because if that person has been good to you or to people that you know, why are we questioning? I don't know, but I know it's part of the show, it's for the show, so that's what happens, and they go on and they talk, and like I said, after the detective confirms everything, Miss Evelyn brings to his attention that she wants to do some private eye investigation to help her friend Brooke, and find information for her, and to, kind of get past this Jake Christie information, as we all know. And then we also catch up with Miss Brandy Maxfield as she is preparating and planning her and her friend / her assistant as they're making things and getting things set for the party. Okay, so now the time has come. We are at Miss Brandy Maxfield's dinner and cooking class with the ladies, and baby, when I tell you, it is nice up in there, honey. We got floral colors. We're wearing pink and black. We're getting very sexy for the kitchen, and we also are having our guests. We are already placed out by name where everybody is sitting, but of course our first two guests is Brooke and Miss Evelyn, and they come in with their dresses, and of course they come in with fashion, and they sit down, and Miss Brandy Maxfield comes out, and there's hugs, there's kisses, and then they start to look around the table, and they're looking at the names on the napkins, and of course the lady sees Jackie's name, and Brooke and Evelyn are looking at Miss Brandy Maxfield sideways, trying to figure out, like, why is Jackie's name here at the table? Why did you invite her? And Brooke even says, in one of her confessional interviews, she's like, when did you get a change of heart for Miss Jackie Christie? And it feels as though like there may be discussions that may have been had prior to, you know, filming and before we got on camera. And Miss Evelyn is just like, And I like the fact that Miss Brandy is saying that, you know, Jackie has owned up. Jackie says she is willing to change. Jackie is saying that she's willing to be a different person. And she's like, she hopes she didn't mess up with everybody. And Evelyn's gonna say, well, yeah, you kind of did. And I'm just like, y'all, you have to understand, Brandy is willing to give Jackie a try and make communication work. And I feel like you all as a group should be open to doing the same. And I understand everyone has their past issues or, you know, their reservations with Jackie. But if she's willing to admit and she's willing to have conversations, I think those are always the steps to I'm not gonna say a better relationship, but I will say a better dynamic but amongst everyone. And the night is just still getting interesting as time is passing by. And our next guest is Miss Jennifer Williams. And guess what? The lady say when she comes in, oh girl, look who you sit next to. Guess who you sitting next by? And she seen it was Jackie. And Brandy's like, girl, would you like a drink? And Jennifer's like, of course, because I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what kind of night this is gonna be. And I'm like, oh my gosh. What did Jackie do? Why is Jackie just like, like why? And it's crazy, but you know, they're sitting and they're having their drinks of wine. And then our next guest is, of course, my girl, Mississippi humpback eye, Jotsia, coming through the room in her lovely, sexy jumpsuit, baby, giving the girls pressure. And, you know, everybody was like asking, is Jackie coming? And Brandy said she was coming. She did tell me she was gonna show up tonight. And everybody's just like looking and sitting around and they're waiting. And then we get like a door open, umbrella up in the air, and everybody's like, is it Jackie? And come to find out, it was not Jackie. It was Cheyenne. And come to also find out in this episode that Brooke and Cheyenne know each other from back in the day. Very interesting, because Cheyenne never brought this up when she met with Evelyn. And even when they were at the dinner at the beginning of the episode, but I guess they didn't have enough time to like get that in scene, or maybe she didn't get a chance to like say that, which I know she didn't, because everybody kind of pretty much walked up from the table. So it's just giving a lot of past, and I really want to know the past between Cheyenne and Brooke, because Brooke said they had been on a few trips together, girl. They had and things to Vegas. I was like, girl, what is the goop, the gag in the tea or in the cup? And also, I would like to point out, before Cheyenne got there, you know, everyone was just like, oh, Cheyenne. And Miss Brandy Maxwell brought up a good point. You mad with me because I want to make up with Jackie and be friends with Jackie, but you being friends with Jackie's best friend, that I don't look odd, that don't look, you know. She's like, girl, you give me all the slack. So, you know, there may be a little dynamic thing going on in this coming season of Basketball Wives. But so like I was saying, so Cheyenne walks the room, she sits down at the table, and everybody asks Cheyenne, where's Jackie? And Cheyenne said, well, I don't know why she wouldn't be here. She didn't tell me she wasn't coming. And Evelyn said, my prayers have been answered. And everybody's like all in agreement except for Brandy. And it's Jocelyn, because Jocelyn was just looking like, wait a minute, what's going on? And Brandy's more so like, wait, Jackie, did she call you and tell you she wasn't coming? And then she asked, could she call? Oh, she asked her friend if she could call and see where Miss Jackie Christie is, and we get no answer. Phone rings a few times and then goes straight to voicemail. And I see, Cheyenne getting some looks at the table, some not so welcoming, some very just in question. And then, they break the ice, they move on from talking about Jackie to the ladies having discussions about what goes on in the bedroom and what's happening and who doing what. And it's fun, it's giggles. Of course, it's a girls' night. We're cooking, we're having dinner, we're having a good time. We're here to support our friends. So, talk about this. But then a lot of the ladies like to from the back end, that's interesting. And I like how Jocelyn made the joke that she was gonna do it to her fiance when she came home. So after, like I said, this phone call ends, everybody's sitting around the table, they're all just, talking. And Brandy said, so y'all ladies ready to cook? Got some yays, got some no's, and they was like, do I have to cook? Can we just eat? And it was, how can I put it? It felt like it was a lot of pull in the room and a lot of push. But overall, it turned out to be a good night. The ladies did get in the kitchen. They did cook. Brandy tried Miss Justice's macaroni and cheese. And, they were laughing and talking. And then they sat down. They were eating their plates. And that is when Miss Evelyn says that she has some information to share with everyone about Miss Jackie Christie. And then she pulls out her phone and she shows everyone about Jackie being arrested for being a prostitute. And everyone in the room is, some people are in shock, some people are laughing, some people are just caught off guard. AKA Jackie's friend, Chevy, and which they asked her that she wanted to see what's on the phone. Chevy told them quickly and politely, no, she don't want to see what's on their phone. And see, that's why I say, you gotta respect Chevy because she's very loyal and she's very much so ride or die for Miss Jackie Christie, and you have to respect that across the board. She's just like, I don't want to see it. And they bring up about Jackie was a prostitute, and she is just looking around at room, baby, like, girl, what? I ain't know all this, and why is this being brought up while I'm here and in my prison? And then things kind of go on another note, which is, Evelyn bringing up about a thing that Jackie said a few seasons ago about her daughter, who is also now finna be a mother, from what I've seen online. And congratulations. And she was like, Jackie, you said my daughter was a builder whore, and she was like, you're the president of Builder Whore Cap. Like, it was getting very uncomfortable, and the tears were coming, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is not gonna go too well, because now it's like everything is now getting blown back up, and making Jackie, like I said before, out to just be the bad person, and I'm not understanding why. And maybe, like I said, we'll find out, or find out they have a conversation throughout this season if things are gonna change within the group dynamic or not. But Miss Brandy was like, now she can understand like why Jackie may not be so open, why Jackie may not be so trusting of people and others. And honestly, if that was honestly, like I said, we all have a past, we all come from things that, you know, we're not wanting everybody to know about, or letting everybody know that we not proud of, or we're not proud of, or what we had to do to survive, or what we had to do to make it in that moment. But I think it just should go out to show that, you know, Miss Brandy was like, no, Jackie's human, like all of us, and like everyone else, and you know, she should be given the same grace. But you guys, that was Basketball Wives Season 11, Episode 16. I'm going to see you guys next week after next Monday's episode for another review of Basketball Wives over here on YouTube. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to your girl channel, aka Pretty Sexy Johnny Brand, aka Stone and Stacy. Until next time, y'all be safe. Like, comment, and make sure to subscribe and share, please, if you don't mind. Girl trying to get her some coins.